Welcome to Montana Farm Bureau Virtual Farm Fair. I'm Cyndi Johnson with Front Range County's Farm Bureau, and today we're going to learn some safety tips about riding an ATV or four-wheeler. My family, Ken and I, farm east of Conrad, about 23 miles, and we use a four-wheeler nearly every day in our farming operations. Daisy's family uses a four-wheeler every day in their ranching operation. And we are really excited to bring you this message about ATV safety because we have grandchildren that come to our farm on a regular basis, and we want to make sure that they know how to be safe on an ATV. Before we get started, I want to remind you that if you have any questions or if you'd like to share a comment or a story about ATV safety, type it in the comment section below or just say hi. ATVs are fun and functional. Unfortunately, many accidents occur every year, and the majority of those accidents involve someone who is not riding safely or is not wearing the right kind of equipment. So we're going to show you some safety tips. And the first lesson that we'll show you is size matters. Is this machine the right size for this young person to be riding? So go ahead, Daisy, climb up on that four-wheeler. And the first test that we're going to do is the stand-up test. So while you're hanging onto the handlebars and your feet are on the floor, stand up. And if there is 3 to 6 inches between your bottom and that seat, that is a very good thing. There must be that much clearance. Is there that much clearance? Is there 3 to 6 inches?
Yes.
Yes, there is. Okay, go ahead and sit down. Now tell me, where are your thighs?
Right here.
Right here. Are your thighs parallel to the ground?
No.
No, they're not. They're kind of bent. Your legs, your knees would have to be at least about 4 inches higher to be parallel with the ground. So we don't pass that test, do we? Grab those handlebars. Are your arms slightly bent? They are a little bit. You kind of have to lean forward to make them bent, but you could do that. All right? So, can you reach the brake easily with your fingers? Can you reach the throttle? So if you turn the corner, where does your body go?
Out.
Out. When you turn this corner, where should your body be? Into that corner. So that tells us this ATV is probably a little bit big for you, don't you think? All of the questions you'd have to answer yes to in order for this to be the right size. The second safety tip that we'd like to visit with you about today is helmets. 85% of accidents are injuries involving the head and the brain. Come here, Daisy. What do we have here?
A jello brain.
A brain. It looks like a really smart brain. What happens if you bump that brain?
It jiggles.
It jiggles. Imagine if that brain were inside this little head and you hit a wall. That is not very good for your brain, is it? That's why we need to have a helmet. So we have an array of helmets here. This is a nice, pretty blue one. It matches your shirt. Do you think this would be a very good helmet to wear?
No.
No. What about this one with racing stripes? What do you think about that? It securely fastens. Would that protect your? It wouldn't.
No.
Huh? Okay. All right then. What about this big yellow helmet? Tell me what you think. Does it fit tight?
Yes.
And you can latch it underneath? Yes. Okay. Every helmet that you have for ATV safety must fit snugly. It's got to fasten securely. It must have the DOT stamp of approval on the back, which shows that it meets or exceeds the Department of Transportation's requirements for safety. Thanks, Daisy. So, what's some other safety gear that you should have?
Gloves.
Gloves. We have some gloves here. What else?
Eye protection.
Eye protection. Here's some good old safety glasses. You betcha. Except I think your helmet's a little too snug for these, but you would have a pair of goggles on or a pair of glasses that did fit you.
Long sleeves.
Long sleeves. What else?
Pants.
Pants. No shorts, huh? What about, can you ride in your flip-flops?
No boots.
No flip-flops. Boots, that's right. So go ahead and climb back up. Even though we know that this machine doesn't fit Daisy, for our demonstration purposes, we just wanted you to know this is how you can tell. Does it fit? Do you have the right safety equipment? So Daisy, take that helmet off so we can hear you talk. There we go. Okay, so tell me, Daisy, what's the very most important thing when you're going to get on a four-wheeler?
Have a helmet.
Have a helmet. First of all, you want to make sure that
It fits
that the four-wheeler is the right size. That's right. And then you want to make sure that your helmet fits. What are some other rules of safety?
that you should always wear protection.
Protective gear.
And you should never drive on public roads.
Don't drive on public roads. Sometimes you see a four-wheeler on public roads, but they have to be licensed. And they have to have a lot of things done to them before they qualify to be licensed. So generally you see them on the road, but they have to have a license.
Never carry passengers.
Don't carry passengers.
And don't use when you are don't drive when you are using drugs or alcohol.
Don't drive when you're using drugs or alcohol. So, and one other thing that you should remember is that you should ride on designated trails. And you know what? Your local dealer, the person who sells these, can give you some additional training, and that would be a great place for you to go. Do you think that you understand how to be safe on a four-wheeler now, Daisy?
Yes.
Very good. We're so glad that you could join us today at My Family's Farm for Montana Farm Bureau's virtual farm fair. Remember, if you have any questions or if you want to share a story about something you learned today, type it in the comment section below. Thanks again.